You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. I'm Anthony, and I'm going to take you through today's PF Go workout. We're going to start our warm-up with 2 rounds of 10 snow angels, 10 up downs, and 10 med ball ground overhead. Now, snow angels, laying on the floor, we're going to leave your feet down, lift your chest up as high as you can. Your chin is going to be tucked so you're looking straight down at the ground. This position is going to help us work through a bunch of time spent in a slouch. Now, you're just going to take your arms and swing them down to your hips and bring them all the way up and overhead. Good, nice and easy, just like that. 10 reps, down and back up is 1, nice and slow. Now from here, we're gonna go to a push-up position and start our 10 up downs. Your hands pull in, you stand up, you drop back down, kick back, and come on right back in. The goal here is to keep the core nice and tight so you don't get saggy in the bottom or the back of the up down. Now we're gonna pick up a medicine ball and we have 10 ground and overhead. At the bottom position, your fingertips are pointing down. As you snap up, your fingertips quickly change direction so that they're pointing straight up so you can lock that ball up and overhead. You also want to keep that ball as close to your body as you can without swinging it out. That'll help preserve your low back. We'll go through the snow angels, the up downs, the ground to overhead one more time, and then we'll move on to strict presses, and push jerks. We got some overhead work to do for today. Now we're going to demonstrate this one with a barbell or a PVC pipe. You're welcome to do it with a pair of dumbbells, a medicine ball, anything like that. So strict press. Lock out overhead, bring it right back down. Now what I want to pay attention to today is the elbow position. Can you swing over to that side? If I'm looking from the profile, your elbows should be slightly in front of the bar. If they're too far down and behind, you don't have any comfortable front rack. It's gonna pull down, it's gonna pull some strain on your wrist. If you have them too far up, then it looks like a front squat and you don't really get to use the triceps in this press. So we wanna be almost vertical, just a little bit forward. That way when you press up, there's a slight diagonal tilt to press that bar behind your head. So the strict press, you have the front rack, the start position, and the finish position. Now the push press, the only thing that's changing is that you dip down and you use your legs to press it up and overhead. We want that same elbow position. Elbows slightly in front of the bar and spreading out. Now the push jerk, same start position, you have this dip, drive, and then once that bar gets to about over your head, you have a re-dip. So Erica, can you pause right above your head before the re-dip? So you have this extension. Once that bar passes your head, then you drop down to receive, lock out, stand back up. Now the movement's not done until you've stood all the way back up again. So if you're in that starting position and I close my eyes and say go, and then you in that finish position, I shouldn't know whether you did a push press, a push jerk, or a strict press. As you move through these 3 different exercises, the strict press should be the weakest, push press should be a little bit stronger, and push jerk should be way stronger than that. So we'll do a whole set of 10, 10, and 10, put the bar down, take a little break, and then go 10, 10, and 10 all over again. Now our strength for today, every 3 minutes for 9 minutes, you have 5 push presses or 10 push presses. The choice is yours whether to go 5 or 10. If you're a little bit more familiar with strength training, 5 is gonna be a better choice because you can work closer to a higher percentage. If you're a little unfamiliar with weightlifting or you feel like you're not getting as much of a good workout, the 3 sets of 10 are gonna be better for you in the long run. So we just did push presses here. Our goal here is to do a pause at the top, lower back down nice and slow, and stop. Think about it as 5 singles or 10 singles instead of continuous movement back and forth between the reps. Now when we go on to conditioning, this is where things change a little bit. We have 18 med ball ground to overhead. We have 15 power bomb sit-ups or med ball sit-ups, and then we have 6 shoulder to overhead. So let's go over the ground to overhead real quick. Now, these should all be done unbroken. 18 reps, tap the ground, snap them back up. Make sure, as you lower down, that you bend your knees. Can you face this way for me? We want to use the lower body and try and limit the exposure on the back. Can you give me a couple all back ones for me? If you tend to get lazy, this low back gets to do all the work, which isn't probably gonna hurt you, but we wanna make sure as best we can to keep that low back fresh. So you have 18 med ball ground to overhead. Then we're gonna lay down on our back for power bomb sit-ups. Erica's gonna throw an ab mat under her butt here. She's gonna reach back over her head, touch the floor, and then touch the floor in between her legs. Straight legs, bent legs, doesn't really matter to me. We're just looking for 15 nice and quick sit-ups. The med ball actually makes this a little bit easier. Now our last exercise is gonna be 6 shoulder to overhead. We're looking at a little bit of a heavier weight here because we're trying to go for unbroken sets of 6. Now in the last set, we wanted you to pause, lower back down slow, then pause, and then reset. Here we want them to be continuous. So let's do a couple cycles. Start a little bit slower for me. So you have a dip drive, lower back down, and then as that bar passes your eyes, you initiate the dip for that next rep. So you can do push presses, you can do push jerks, you can do strict presses, or you can do split jerks. Just make sure that after every rep, you stand all the way back up so your knees, hips, shoulders, and elbows are all locked out so you're nice and straight. So you have 18, 15, and 6, as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes. Have a bunch of fun with this one. The med ball and the barbell or the med ball and the dumbbells are a nice contrast and make this workout a lot of fun. Let us know how many rounds you got in 15 minutes in the comments below. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.